must better, how are you able to grow, how are you able to get views. One thing I must tell you is that I did not open my YouTube channel as a noob. Sorry to say noob, but I did not open my YouTube channel as someone with no information about YouTube. I had prior information when it comes to YouTube, but I lacked the environment to go ahead and fully exploit this information. So when I was opening this Must Better YouTube channel, what happened is I already knew how to set up a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I'd learned a few things about YouTube SEO and YouTube optimizations, things like that. So the very first time I created the YouTube channel, believe me when I tell you this, I had 1,000 subscribers in the very first day. Now, there are also challenges when it came to that. I applied for monetization 6 times, got rejected all the 6 times.
Why?
Because it's the first time I'm doing this. There was no clear statements that were indicating when you're doing sports betting content, this is how you're supposed to structure your content so that you are monetized. That is why I was being rejected. Every time I apply for monetization, I'm told you are rejected. And then YouTube blatantly, without clearly stating one of the reasons, they just tell you that you're not accepted. So it's up to you to go back again, delete all the videos and start again. We are learning from Western teachers. And when you're learning from Western teachers,
their systems are different.
Okay, I am the biggest. I am the biggest when it comes to betting tips on YouTube. Anything you search about related to betting, I'm there. And that only goes ahead to prove one thing. When it comes to YouTube optimization, I know what I'm doing. And I'm in YouTube so that I can fully exploit what YouTube presents to young people so that they can make money. Many people view YouTube and think YouTube is a platform whereby you go and post videos, get views, get viral, get AdSense money and stop at that point. No. That is wrong. I view YouTube as something special.
Special.
Yeah. This is interesting because this is the very first time I'm going to mention this. And if you ask me what else I do, I'll give you the most easy to understand. I do YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. I run YouTube businesses. I have a team that creates videos on YouTube. Videos whereby I'm not the face. I'm sharing my knowledge, teaching other people how to do YouTube. And it pays well. It pays better than sports betting.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, with YouTube, you're not having a gamble attached to it. It's a system that has been tested. And it has been tested after years of trying out. So when I get into YouTube, we're investing money on a channel. We are guaranteed to make 6 figures from the channel. Yeah. We have channels that are doing really good right now.
You said the faceless ones.
Yeah, it's a faceless YouTube videos whereby faceless channels where you create videos like documentary videos where people just watch them over and over again just for the sake of entertainment. And they're evergreen videos. They can be watched for the whole year. Things like Moon, we have these big YouTubers. I don't know the ones that people know, but we have these big channels that are creating documentary videos. Those are the videos that I do. For a faceless documentary to be out there are things that are going to be important. First, you need the
ideation.
Yeah. Second, you need to come up with a thumbnail. Third, you need to come up with a script. Fourth, you need to have the video edited. And then fifth, which is the last one, really not important, video produced. After being produced, we are going to be tracking results. Yeah. These are the 5 processes that are important. Maybe I left one. That was where we are recording the voice. The voiceover.
Oh, the voiceover. Yeah. The script, the voiceover reading.
Wow.
Where did you learn?
You asked me where I learned? I learned my own.
Your own?
Because when I came to YouTube, first thing, I desired to be a bigger YouTuber. Now, that is why even Must Better is big.
It's the biggest.
It's the biggest. So once I was able to get some success on Must Better and tested the strategies, my first video that made me go fully on YouTube automation and creating faceless videos is a video I did known as the Aviator. Bro, the video got 1.1 million views. And it proved to me that you don't really need to be perfect for you to get money out of YouTube.
What are you talking about, Aviator?
It was a video it was when Aviator actually came. It was big in Africa. Everyone was talking about it. That video performed well. Brought in $4,000.
$4,000.
$4,000 with some figures on top, which I can't clearly state because it still grows until this very point.
It's still being watched.
Yeah. Wow. Right now, I'm actively coaching.
Coaching YouTube?
Actively coaching fellow youth, youngings on how to make money online. So that is why people always say, at times I disappear from YouTube for maybe 2 days and tell my guys, okay, guys, I'm held up. It is because I've been hired privately to teach somebody. And when I put my time into something, I want to ensure that you get out with some knowledge. So I am a teacher. I'm a professor. In fact, a teacher professor. I'm a professor. And
Or it's just going to teach me
the
about
Must
betting.
Better inner circle is only for sports bettors.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody betting on football. If you betting on game, that is how you can. That is when you're only supposed to join. But if you're seeking to work with me one-on-one, or if you're seeking my mentorship in any other areas of life, then I also have John Salvo. John Salvo is a brand. John Salvo is just a brand like Must Better. You can go Google on your phone, search for johnsalvo.com. My site will come up and you'll be able to work with me. I'll personally now mentor you on things like creating money through YouTube. Yeah. I won't say the biggest amount was in my account, but the biggest amount I had back then was in my crypto account, Bitcoin. I was holding money. So I had close to 2.4 million in Bitcoin.
And you're staying in your mom's house.
Yeah. I touched my first 1 million Kenyan shillings at the age of 19. What saved me is that during that moment, I was just getting into Twitter. If you go through my Twitter account, you'll see I first joined Twitter 2019. And I was lucky enough because when I got into Twitter, there was the money space. Bro, in the money space, people were talking about Bitcoin, hodl. Bitcoin is going to 100K, and I never wanted to miss out. Given that betting had taught me how to take risk, I was willing to put my money into Bitcoin. And that is how that money accumulated to 2.4. Bitcoin really rose up that year. I think there was a time we were doing close to 66K. Bitcoin went to 60. I think it was 66, 61. Yeah. I'm not a lover of physical, but my friends do tell me that I should get into the physical world because the online world is risky. But bro, what else is risky if you bet? What else can be risky more than betting? Nothing. So
Because
it taught me discipline. It taught me that, bro, you might be the best, but really, you're not in control of your fate.
wow.
Yeah. Bro, there's always somebody more powerful in control. And that applies to life too. If you life, you might think you're in control of your life, but there's a powerful force in control of your life. I won't say it's God, because people believe in different forces. If we're talking about physical, I'm not that much into showing like flexing or like portraying to people that I'm really having the money. So, you know, it's actually recently, that is last year, that I've embraced that, okay, I'm young, I'm supposed to be living life, and I'm in the process of purchasing. Before the end of the year, I'm going to have another edition. So you just need to watch out. There's another edition coming up, some physical stuff that everyone will be able to see.
Show me your ways. Because
wow, easy. But to the normal person, I want them to understand that if they really want to get to this million, then they should listen carefully. You see? So, for me to be able to purchase these, you know, I never purchased it on hire purchase like others do, like, or rented it. I hate the fact whereby you have to rent. So, everything I own is bought.
cash.
And I did not take it, like, let me say, I did not spend my entire money on it.
What do you mean you did not? Whose money? Your
Let me say
parents?
right now, if I check my Bitcoin account, I have 6 million Kenyan shillings, yeah? That is what is available in my Bitcoin account. So I do not go ahead and spend, let me say, the 6 million account on, like the 6 million in my account, purchasing a car or purchasing my house. You see, what I do is wait until it accumulates to a point. I have 20 million now, yeah? So what happens when I have 20 million, I decide to take, okay, let me spend the 5 million on purchasing my car. Let me spend the 4 million on purchasing my house. So that is how I do it. At the very moment, I believe my legacy is incomplete. And the next few months, the next few years are going to set my legacy. Right now, I'm at a point whereby I want to create more positive impact to the community. I do not just want to be remembered as Must Better who was betting. I want to be remembered as Must Better who made it by the age of 23, became a millionaire by the age of 23, and instead of keeping all the secrets and the secret sauce to himself, he went ahead and shared these with other youngings. And through my knowledge, through my capabilities, many guys also came and rose. Some of them even go to millions. Some of them even go to their multi-millions. That is the legacy I want to create.
Wow.
Definitely I'm going for the multi-millionaire status. Maybe I'll be the first multi-millionaire. Okay, there are so many, but if you look at the multi-millionaire in the sports betting niche, there is none from Africa. So I will be the first. Yeah? That is where I'm headed. It's easy to get relaxed. Bro, let me tell you, like those moments have been there. But what makes me to keep being the person I am, the John Salvo is grinding back to back. I still need to retire my parents. There are so many things I need to do for my community, my relatives, you see. Right now, I tell you, there are people who I pay fees for. I tell you, the people who I'm helping back at home. It's so much, being an African and being rich and getting to the millions young is really a tough thing. Because the money is yours. At the same time, you have to share it with others. You have to uplift others too. Because that is why it's a given ability. It's a gift. I view it as a gift. God has given you the gift, so it is your responsibility to go ahead and uplift others too, especially those closer to you and those dear to you.
Yes.
If you want to have a broader audience, then you need to structure your content for the broader audience. Many people structure their content for the countries where they originate from.
Local.
Yeah, they localize their content. And when you localize your content, you can't grow. And when you can't grow, you can't make more. Yeah. Because, for example, in Kenya, the reason why I really ran away from the Kenyan market when I began, there was an influencer known as Elsa Majimbo. I don't know, like she was some
the
girl.
South African Kenyan.
Yeah, and the Kenyans really hated her for no reason. I don't know why they hated her. But when Kenyans uplift you, it's easy for them to take you down. But now, they did not uplift Masturbate. I'm already on top. They cannot take me down. I have diehard fans who are going to stick with me till the very end. So it's just a privilege, but it's a privilege I fought for. It was not handed to me on a silver platter. And if I tell you there's a recipe to get that very privilege, then who are you not to listen? Most of the people watching Masturbate are aged between 18 to 29. That is why I think it's high time I tell them, hey, young fella, hey, my younger bro, or hey, my young sis, sports betting is not the only way to make money online. There are other avenues. You've tried sports betting. It might not have worked for you. But sports bettors are losing money so much every single month. If somebody is taking $5 in a month, they're losing roughly $150 in a month. And they don't stop.
$5 in a day.
$5 in a day, they're losing $150. That is roughly $150 in a day, in a month, yeah? And the funny thing is that the next month they still be betting. Bettors are addicted to the game. They're addicted to the highs of betting and the lows of betting. They'll cry today, tomorrow they laugh, they're still in the game. So if you are able to spare the $150 and put it into something productive, then believe me, bro, you'll make it. Because for you to also get successful in sports betting, you need to be funded. You need to make money. There are people who funded my sports betting, bro. There are people who funded my betting journey. So they trusted me. Not just because they trusted me for the sake of trusting me. I proved to them that I can actually make them more money. So they could lend me like 30,000 Kenyan shillings, and then I returned them maybe 5,000 on top.
Oh, so profit.
Yeah. And these are the things that forced me to be profitable. Because if I never got to be profitable, how was I going to pay them? But there was a time I was in debt, complete debt. They lent me money and I lost everything, and I was negative 292,000 Kenyan shillings in debt. That was before I just joined campus, you see. That was some time before I joined campus. But what happened? COVID came, and COVID was my secret window. Bro, we were home for 2 years. 2 years.
That is from campus.
Yeah. And that is a time frame whereby the story really changed. And, the funny thing with me, when you're a sports bettor, your story is going to be a story of ups and downs. So if you're not really careful and you're not thinking from a broader perspective, you'll find that you'll turn 30 and you're still betting. Of course, I'll turn 30 and I'll still bet because I love betting, not because I have to bet to make a living. When it comes to that, I think there's no secret code. What is going to help you, or what helps me at this very point, is that the fact that I'm a private person. If you're not really a part of my circle, then you cannot really get to be with me. And so with that, there are some clear boundaries, and that has helped me. It's still helping me. I find that, of course, people expect a lot from me, but because their boundaries set, you can't just approach me out of nowhere and say, hey, John Salvo, hey, Masturbate, this and this and this and this. No. You have to go through channels. That is what is saving me right now. When you're going to have a lot of money, you must be willing to be responsible. Because money is responsibility. Managing millions is not an easy task. If you're a young person, no one is going to teach you how to manage millions. Because when they hear that you have millions, the advice they're going to give you is outdated. I always tell my friends, I always tell my parents, the advice you're giving me is not up to date. But they still force you that this is the right path. Some people did it. You also need to go follow it. So really, as a young person who is rich and successful, you must be willing to make some hard decisions. And these decisions, you're going to make them based on your own instincts. No one is going to tell you that this is right, this is wrong. Telling my fans, telling my followers, telling my family that this is only bets based on data is a lie. A majority of my betting success is from instincts. And how do you get to be someone who is good? How do you get to be good with the instincts? It's through daily repetition of the game. There are days in 2019, in 2020, in 2021, where I was spending close to 12 to 20 hours every single day betting.
That is like all day.
Yeah, and I think what really helped me back then was my mom hated betting. She really hated it.
All moms.
And of course she hated it, but at the end of the day, she was still my mom. You see, bro, like it's late at night, maybe 4 p.m., not eating the whole day. She comes, hey, come go eat. At least come go eat. And like really, if she wasn't really supportive, but with that little intent of, that just, at least the room was there. At least the space was there. At times I used to lie. I'm having an online class. But there's no online class. Of course, we used to have online classes. I used to dodge online classes just to bet. And I'm glad that it finally paid off. When I was doing that, my friends used to think I was the foolish one. And I hated it when each friend of mine was telling me that, John Salvo, you need to go finish your degree. One thing most better people don't know, like those watching this video right now, is that I'm a university dropout. I have dropped out of the university. I haven't completed, not officially dropped out, but I dropped out of university.
Dropped out at what stage?
Okay, the reason why I dropped out is because I found school to be boring. You can't tell me, bro, that by a single bet, I made 100,000 Kenyan shillings, and then I'm supposed to sit on a class that I get paid 80,000 Kenyan shillings per month. The maths was not adding up. So that is why I failed attending classes. Till this very date, I'm still being told, you need to go finish your degree again. No. But let me tell you, betting is something that promises hope to many people. Because many people don't get to master it, but they continue betting because of hope. They don't bet because they're making profit. They bet because they hope one day we are going to win. There are advertisements paraded everywhere that somebody won a jackpot 250 million Kenyan shillings. So this is what is keeping people hooked to the betting. So it's not the best one. But because people are doing it, I have to be here to guide them. The second one is something like forex trading. An easy one. I don't understand it, so I'm not going to talk about it. All I know is that it is a risky venture. And there are others that are available. Writing, so many, copywriting, there are challenges. You're an African. When you call an American or when you call somebody from UK, they instantly get the African accent. Bro, they stop trusting you and they hang up on you. I've gone through that so many nights. When you're trying to call up someone, you calling someone and trying to close them.
They realize you're African and then they abandon the whole thing.
Yes, those are still risky. But now there's a solution, YouTube. And that is why I fully embraced YouTube. Now with YouTube, no one is going to judge you. There's no face, there's nothing there. They only care about the content, they only care about entertainment. And when you give them what they want, they stick. So to any young person trying to make money online, YouTube is unknown to many. It's just getting bigger this year. In fact, it's been there. There's this person known as Matt Parr. If you go on YouTube, you'll see him. He has many followers. He's the person who made me learn YouTube at first. Matt Parr is a young guy. I used to love his life. And he was teaching YouTube. I applied his concepts, but with these concepts, I got rejected for monetization 6 months. But at least I learned something from him. Now today, it's easier. And the reason why it's easy is because creators like me, YouTubers like me, Africans like me have done it. Anyone can go ahead and do it, especially the Africans or anyone from any third world country can go ahead and give YouTube a try. So this is the online skill I recommend for anyone. You have the fact that my last 3 YouTube channels were all monetized within 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah. The first video I did in all those channels got 300,000 plus views and thousands of subscribers. One had 10,000 subscribers, one had 5,000 subscribers, one had around between 5 to 10,000. Let me see, 6.5. Yeah. Actually, it's the best time. It's the best time. Because everyone right now is trying to teach YouTube and stuff. But the problem is they are pumping out information that is not going to help normal people. I am active. Somebody who is seeking out information. And of course, they can also add the title, Dropout.
I love that. Do you keep learning or has learning stopped?
I learn every single day. I seek new information each and every other single day. And that is what keeps me special. By special, I mean that is what allows me to have the edge needed to win as a young person. For you to go ahead and make it today, you have to be actively seeking information. And this is what many people do not do. It's boring to seek information. Bro, there are nights where I just force myself. And I always tell my fans, if you're a sports bettor, cups of coffee is important. Or if not cups of coffee, you need some sets of Red Bull. You can also see we have some Red Bulls here. I have to take some Red Bull in a day. Yeah. Because you need the energy to focus. I'm not promoting them. It's just because it's been part of me. And it's helped me focus. It's helped me stay on track. When things are boring, I'll be drinking coffee or having my Red Bull. And that is how you get to win. You get to win. When you're starting out, you must have a routine. Because without a routine, you're not going to be having the discipline. You're not going to be properly motivated. When I started, I knew exactly when I was waking up, when I was sleeping. When I wake up, this is what I'm doing. After this is what I'm doing. Yeah. Because if you don't have a routine, you'll wake up today and you don't know what you're supposed to do after that. Then you find yourself hanging out with friends or doing activities that are going to hurt you in the long run. There are months we have tried to embrace the other aspect whereby you just live freely. You're going to live freely. And those months have been kind of bad. They have negatively impacted my progress. Yeah. You are young. You want to make money. You want to seek balance. There is no balance. That is the reality.
So you have to
sacrifice. You will never balance it.
You have to sacrifice.
You have to sacrifice.
But I see like driving the sports car is not part of... it's part of trying to balance because it's fun, you know.
I'm at a point whereby I have the millions. Some sitting freely in my Bitcoin account. So why should I go ahead and, fail to live life? Actually, it's coming to a point whereby, I don't really feel the pressure. I'm not really so much in the trenches, though I'm still in the trenches because I haven't gotten to where I want to be. I'm looking at myself seated right now, and I tell you, by the end of this year, I want to make $200,000. I want to get to that big number. I want to go ahead and make so much. Like, this is not going to happen if I fully embrace the balance. I have to allow the imbalance to be there. I do things with love. Let me ask you a question. You think if I came to YouTube and posted the predictions because I wanted to make money on YouTube, I would have accumulated 250,000 subscribers? It was out of genuine desire to build a community. And of course, the other desire was that I was growing and learning how to execute YouTube. So I was implementing, and by implementing, you have to implement it right. So I look at those who are doing it locally, and I realize that a majority of them are not doing it properly because they are doing it with the sake of making money. Many people I come across tell me, I have this YouTube channel. I started it yesterday. I want to get monetized. Bro, do you know that what you're trying to do is really wrong? You're coming to YouTube, of course, your goal is to make money. But at first, understand what YouTube is. Do you really understand how to monetize? And the worst thing is that you want to make money through YouTube AdSense, which means that you're standing the risk of burnout, you're standing the risk of producing mediocre content and just being boring to the people on YouTube. That is going to hurt you in the long run. Yeah. Making money quickly is not something real. But the reason why it's popular, it's loved by majority, is because everyone is seeking it. The reason why people bet is because they want to make money quickly. The reason why people follow those influencers is because they want to make money quickly. If I come with a strategy that says you're going to make money in the next 24 months, no one is going to buy it. But if I come with a strategy that says you're going to make money in 2 weeks, people are going to buy it. So I don't blame anyone. It's the nature of the world, and people want to make money. So at the end of the day, if people embrace opportunities that are going to make money, like make the money, then well for them. But at the end of the day, some may be ethically right, some might not be ethically right. I'm not God to judge. As a sports bettor, you need other sources of income because you're going to need to fund your betting lifestyle. If I was taking $50, or let me say 50 bob, that is $0.5, I wouldn't be here today. Most of my stakes ranges between $200 to $1,000 per game, depending on how sure I am on the game. For you to get this $200 to $1,000, if you really want to continue betting, which job is going to give you the ability to do that? No job. But there is an opportunity. There's something known as YouTube, So if you're serious enough about getting to improve your betting game, then you need to visit my site, johnsalvo.com, and you get to be a part. Learn the YouTube game. I know it's going to be hard in the beginning. There is nothing easy. That has been one of the things I've emphasized on this conversation today. But because you really want to make it, we are sports bettors. We are risk takers. This is not taking risk. It's something I've personally done. It's a script you're going to follow that I've given you. All you need to do is put in the work. So if you are serious enough, then you need to check it out. It's come to a point whereby the world is changing. And when the world is changing, then even the creators, even those who are actively leading in given jurisdictions of life, different domains in life, we must change. And the change calls for people like me, must better, to fully unveil themselves and say, hey, behind the must better, there is another person.
So the human side of you.
Yeah.